It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. I'm Brandon Gaughan. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter, the cameras more numerous. I don't know, there's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner and my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnet.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Micah Parsons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Back to throw. Sanders is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. Sanders escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. Still going. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, a 22.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now a give to Brooks running right. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. This one complete to Lacy. Into space at the 45. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Dancing away at the 35. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down. Sampson, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Escapes the sack. Now he's flushed out left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. In motion comes the tight end left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Staying on his feet. Flush to his right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and 3. Looking to throw. Green. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Here's Brooks. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A lot still to go here in Super Bowl 61. We have reached the end of 1 quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. 3-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. And here's Green, operating from the gun. That's pulled in by Brooks. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Green. And this one quickly to Lamb. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And this one is right through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
A solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 5. 59 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sanders. This will be caught at about the 5. 3rd and goal, a big play in the Super Bowl. Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Sanders. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game. The one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. They'll run right here with Brooks. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Sanders. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Finds through and now a crease. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terry McLaurin, 59 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. Down to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Judy, 70 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. First and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. On the left side, a catch by White. Here now, 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Left side to Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Sanders now throwing to start the drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard. Looking to throw. Green. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
And oh, it's blocked. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Up the middle with Brooks here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds Pickens out right. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They go play action here on 1st down. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's go. 2nd and 15. this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Drain now from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
And his kick is indeed good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now they'll audible to something else. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's White. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 27 yards. And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. Down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Browns are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Green. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. He's got him in, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Aubrey good with a PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. Fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw. Sanders. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Operating from the gun. Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of 4 that time. And the Browns are going to have a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a Browns first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
This one complete to Lacey. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 2nd down and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because Matt's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Forced out to his left. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it. Commissioner
Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Cleveland Browns, champions of Super Bowl 61. So that wraps things up for another incredible season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for my partner, Charles Davis, for Mike and Greg, Kate and Brock, and our entire crew of hundreds, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Good night from Southern California.